Awesome students, and today we are going to discuss the last part of this chapter, a voice in the dark. Okay, so in the previous lecture, we come to know that a man, the two person who was catching the train, they were unable to catch the train, and they were the one of them, he fall on the track, and he was looking for the assistance, and he was looking for the help. So because there was too dark, and it was too dark, and no one was there, so he was looking for the help. So what happened next? Even then I did not know what had happened, for and I attempted to stand, but found that something had happened to prevent me from doing this. Sitting down in an upright position, then began to examine myself, and now found that the right foot was severed from the ankle. So now it was the dark, it was the night time, and he was looking for help, but then he came to know that his right ankle was damaged. And this discovery did not shock me so much as the thoughts which quickly followed, for as I could feel no pain, I did not know but what my body was in several parts, and I was not satisfied until I examined every portion of it. Seeing a man crossing the track, I shouted. Now while the man was examining himself, so he saw another man who was crossing the track. Then he tried to call that person. That means that I shouted to him for assistance. He called that person for help. He looked in one direction and another, not seeing me in the darkness, and he was going his way when I shouted again. Okay, that he was crossing the track, and he was when he tried to shout in order for help, but the man in response, he didn't respond, and he didn't come this way, and he was trying to cross the path as well. This time he looked full my way, but instead of coming nearer, he made one bound in the air, nearly fell, scrambled to his feet, and was off like the shot from a gun. Okay, because why he did this, why this man do this instead of coming for help? That because he sits on his knees, and he took out his gun, and he was in the short position. Why he did? Because it was in the night time, it was the night time, and whenever when someone will call you in the night and for help, because in order to help, instead of helping that person, what we did, we will try to help save ourselves. We will try to take side, we will try to take a safe side. Because why we'll do this? Because we will be thinking that why someone is calling us in the darkness, and in such time, when there is no one. So what this man was sought after for several this man was sought after for several weeks by people curious to know who he was, but he was never found. Okay, and no man came forward to say, I am he. Okay, I am he. Okay, having failed to find this man, people at last began to think I was under a ghostly impression. Probably that was the other man's expression, for whoever saw pity make the same speed as far. Okay, now he was looking for that now he was looking that someone will come and will try to help me, but unfortunately no one came at the time. Okay, another man after this approached. Okay, so after that man, there comes another man who was a workman on the line. Okay, he was working on the line, and at the sound of my voice, he seemed to understand at once what had occurred. But when he listened my voice, then he came to know that some has happened to me. Coming forward quickly, he looked me over, went away. He looked me over and went away, and in a minute or two returned with the assistance of several others. Okay, then when he looked me in such bad condition, he just moved back, and he after some minutes he came back with the assistant, and he come back with other peoples, and who was coming with the help. A number of people were still there, so that when I was placed in the waiting room to bide the arrival of a doctor. Okay, so we came to know that the other people came, and they transferred that person to the station. So I could see no other way of a calm face before such a number of eyes than by taking out my pipe and smoking. Okay, so in that situation, if he was badly injured, in that situation he took out his pipe, and then he started to smoke, an action which I am told caused much sensation in the local press. That when I was doing this, okay, so people told me that you were identified, you were highlighted in the local press just because of your act. So what happened, what we learned? Basically we learned that what we try to learn, these there were two men in the start of this poem, A Voice in the Dark. Okay, so they try to hide they try to basically steal they made a plan in order to steal the car. Okay, and in order to steal the car from the station. Okay, so it was unable, it was impossible to steal the car from the station. So what they did, they make a plan, they made a plan. They thought that they will carry that car in the train, and or if they will not do this, what they will do, they will be hiding themselves in the on the back of the train when the train will be moving on the track. So they will be moving, running in the moving in the car, behind the train as well. So what they was unable to do that. And one of the person, he was severely injured, and he fell down on the track. And that was the dark time. So when he called for the assistance, when he called for the help, there was no one. So after some time, a man appeared, and they got him, and they transferred that man to the station where the doctor came. And here the doctor gave him some sort of assistance. He gave him the first aid, and he gave him that he treated that person well. And after that, that person was highlighted in the local press. So that was a kind of very strange story, a kind of interesting story. So students, what you have to do, you have to learn the full chapter, which include the word synonyms, question answers, and word sentences, and you have to write it as practice on your neat copies. If you have any suggestion, any problem, you can come to the school, and you can ask me over there. Thank you for this time, and I will see you in the next time. Thank you.